But the action will continue. Sisu says Barbara Woodhouse died of old age in the 80s. I'm not even sure what you mean by that, Nikki. Anyway, let's go to Brouwer. He's got the walking sticks, pair of sevens. He's counting them out. He's chopping them down.
So Brouwer now is going to open the pot for a raise of 31,000 on top of the 20,000, so it's up to 51.
And Brouwer, with all his experience and all his expertise and all the years he's put into the game, still maintains that composed look where he covers himself with a hood, looks down and doesn't give anything away. For those of you at home, even the best players do it, so why don't you?
Well, here we go. Two backs found a real hand, a tough decision here. Can he give Brouwer a real hand, like tens or better? Is this the spot? He just lost the pot to Sisu, doesn't have that many chips now. This might be his time, Dave. It might be his time to put it in there.
Well, I wouldn't be thinking too much about this myself. There it is, all in.
Well, there we go.
And this is going to be a hard spot for Brouwer.
Well, he's in the same spot again. I mean, he's got to call 74,000. You know, Brouwer just worked his way back up to, you know, around the 200 mark, and now he's left with this exact same decision. He's been in the exact same spot before against the exact same player.
Right, so 74,000, but you can see Brouwer's got very little now. He's got 100 there in the pinks. He's got...
No, he's got 145, so it's about half of what he's got left.
So he's certainly got some playing power if he gets out of this hand. And he's trying to avoid races as best he can. Brouwer, he's done very well. I don't think Brouwer's been in a race that we've seen, Ryan, at this point. So...
Well, he doubled two back up a little while ago, and that's how he lost some of his chips, and now he's in the same situation. He hasn't been in the race for his tournament life, but he's been in a race where he had to call, where he called two back when he was 51 into
51. Yeah, that was the difference. Yes, but certainly not for his own exposure. In this occasion,
this is exactly the same spot. He's got 74 into 218. It's pretty much 3-1, and you know now he's hoping. Now he's probably going to call, yeah. But I mean, he's hoping that he's going to run into Ace Jack or Ace King, you know, in this situation. But
well, he's getting 3-1, but it's 70,000 chips.
That's right, and he's got 145, so it's half his stack. He's got to consider, can I come back from it if I lose this hand? Is it enough chips to make some moves, to at least have some fold equity, which I think it is. But now, can he leave those 218,000 chips out there with a pair, Dave?
And that's very hard at this point, Ryan. You know, at some point you have to decide, well, you know, if it's my time, it's my time.
Well, there you can see exactly what he's going to have left. 71,000. That's what he's going to have left. He's counted out the calling chips on the left-hand side, on his left, and he's left his other chips on the right. And that's what he's going to be left with if he makes the call. So he obviously had exactly 145,000, 74 on the left and 71 on the right.
And it's a big pot if he wins it, Ryan. If he thinks he's got Ace King or Ace Queen and he holds up, he's got a lot of power. Yep, he's gone in, he's played for the price, he's got 3-1. He's praying for all his life that he's racing, but he's going to be devastated when he sees those nines. There you see the smirk on the face. He feels desperate, and now Brouwer, from over 350,000 at one point, he's down to his case 70.
What about Chubak, who's been short stack, back down to short stack, and now again, he's back up. He's going to be back up to 300,000 if he wins this hand. Brouwer now needs a 7. Or King Queen to split. Oh, now there's no hope. Now it's only a 7.
Only the 7. Brouwer has got 70 grand. He holds up. Two back does with 9s. Brouwer's 7s are crushed, and two back will pick up 290,000 chips. The man sat so quiet, so still for so long, and now's his time. Now's his time to shine.
So now I think we're going to see some creative plays from Brouwer, like we saw from Berman earlier, when he was just pushing in with any two cards. But I think we might have missed one or two hands here, because I saw Ryan Brouwer having some great chips there.
Yes, he was. He was pulling those great chips out now, into that.
Tony Silva. Tony Silva moves in with ace-8. Zackhem moves in with jacks.
I folded an ace. I folded ace.
Hold up, baby!
Come on. I folded ace.
Right, so Zackhem with the normal hold up, baby.
And somebody folded an ace, you heard in the background.
Yeah, I know.
Silva, who's really played as tight as he can, has moved it in with an ace, and he's walked into Zackhem's jacks, and Zackhem is picking up form at the right time, Ryan. This is the time to have form. Every time a player's moved in, Zackhem has found a premium pair.
Well, that's the thing, you know, he's found kings in one and held up, and he's found jacks now. He's got to dodge an ace.
7-9 queen the flop. It's a good flop for Zackhem. Silva might like a spade on the turn, if not the ace.
You also have maybe to find an 8 would help.
An 8, well, that does help somewhat. So now it's the aces and the 8s. And it's a 6, and it's jacks. Zackhem with a standard, yes, and then sorry.
So, Tony Silva, another solid performance. He's
Great performance, Tony Silva. Really good performance. 13th spot. He played absolutely tight. He played extraordinarily well to bust out in a desperately close spot of 13th. He's going to go home empty-handed. But Nicolas Zackhem, Ron.
Well, Nicolas Zackhem's got to start becoming a feature on the tournament leaderboard now. With those, he's knocked out a couple of players, and he hasn't lost too many other pots that we are aware of. So, yeah, Zackhem's in very good shape at this stage.
Right, so the action is fierce. Spannenberg, normal, tight, solid, composed, doing the best he can to get there, and the bull has joined us.
Kieran Riley has come to our table as they balance the tables again.
Well, now we've obviously missed a lot of action in between, but Brouwer...
You know, he's obviously moved in with a couple of hands and won some blinds. And, you know, he's
literally got 2-back covered.
He's got shorts against 2-back. Now.
Oh my God, King 6.
So now, is he going to double 2-back up for the third time, Dave? This is insane. Brouwer seems to be able to win every other pot that he plays except against 2-back.
We're only showing the ones that he's losing. It's every time against the same player, because he's obviously winning a lot of pots that we're not covering here, because every time we look at him, he goes from 100 grand back up to over 200, sometimes even close to 300. But here again, it is 252. Brouwer's got 2-back covered, and a minute ago, 2-back had 300,000. Brouwer had 70.
Well, you know, the thing is, Dave, obviously, you know, we want to show hands that are interesting for the viewers out there at home. And sometimes, you know, to watch a player move all in and everybody fold, it's not exciting stuff to see. So, and I think that's obviously where Brouwer was just moving in and getting some hands, and now he needs to find a king.
Now he needs a king in a hurry. 2-back with 7s. In for his life again. Brouwer just cannot beat this man. King needed. 7 now. 7's full. That's it.
Hand.
Game over. 7's full for 2-back. 2-back back onto 250.
It's locked up.
I didn't see that. Sorry.
I congratulate him when he goes.
Sorry, I just go straight. I never see full house.